G'day viewers, Sep here. What I thought I'd do today is explain to you the functions of one of these Ryobi cordless hammer drills. First of all, let's have a look at this drill. I bought this back in 2018, so it's a few years old. It's worked really well and it's pretty basic. The way it works is it has a keyless chuck, so you don't have a key obviously to tighten up the drill bits. Up the top here you've got a couple of options. So you got over here you got hammer, over in the center you got driver, and then over here you've got drill. Now it also has a torque setting, which I'm not sure if you can read that, but there's numbers that go around the bottom here of the chuck from 0 to 24, and as you take it up to 24 that tightens it, and when you bring it back down to the other end down at 1 it's not very tight. So the way that works, and I'll explain that first, is you put your drill in, and we're going to go through a few of these drills. You tighten it up like that, just like that. Set your torque setting, and you can only set the torque when you're on driver. Now I've got a drill in at the moment, but I'm going to show you that something different in a minute. So the way it works is you've got a trigger here, which you can slowly squeeze on, and it's on 1, so it hasn't got much power. So you can stop it from drilling. So if you're actually drilling in, which I'll show you actually with a proper driver bit, so that's a driver bit so to speak. So if we want to do a screw into a piece of wood, we've got ourselves in like that. That's when you'd use your driver, and of course you've got your torque setting on 1. So there's not much power going into that. So once it drives in, it'll start spinning. The drill won't strip out to whatever you're putting into. So that's how that setting works. Now you also got 1 speed and 2 speed. What that does is it spins your drill chuck a lot faster. So for example, when you're on drilling of steel, or it spins the chuck slower, but still gives you the same, but gives you a lot more power. That's how that works. Now underneath here, you've also got another setting. In the middle there, you can't pull the trigger on. You've got forward, well, that's reverse, and forward. So that's how that works. So it's pretty basic. Just unclip it for the battery, like that. But we need to talk a little bit more about these settings here. So we've just spoke about the torque setting. When you use it on that, on the driver setting. Now that's the only setting that the torque will work on. So if you put it on hammer, which we'll go through some bits in a minute of what you use when you use it on hammer, and that's for drilling. You can see a little picture there. But the torque setting doesn't work on drill or on hammer. Drill bits. What would you use when you're on this setting, which is driver, which is this type of bit? And you drive generally screws, or it might be a different shaped head. There's quite a few different ones of these, different size, different types of shapes in the top of screws. So that's what you'd use that one on, and then you'd set your torque accordingly, how much pressure you want to put on it. So that's that one. The other one is hammer. Now the way hammer works, I'll show you how that works. Now it spins like a normal drill, but also the chuck goes in and out, so it hammers the drill bit into whatever you're drilling. So on the other settings there's no movement, just a slight bit there, that's just the free play in the chuck. But on hammer you can see there's a fair distinct movement. So on hammer what we'd use was use this type of drill bit. That's completely different to this one. Now this one's for steel and wood, this one here. This one's for masonry, concrete, bricks, whatever else like that. So you can't use this bit on concrete, because as soon as you do touch that into concrete, it'll just blunt it straight up. Same with this one, you can't use this on wood or steel, metal, because it's not designed to do that. It's purely designed to go into masonry. As you can see, now I've used these big bits so you can see them a bit easier. Hopefully they're coming up nice and clear. So that's the difference between those two. So this one you'd use on drill. So you put your drill over there to drill, you stick that in, and away you go. And then it depends on what you're drilling. Being a big bit like that, you may not drill too fast with that. You might want to slow it down with this, with the setting here and with your trigger. You'll see how it drills as you drill in. So it's those ones. Now the other one is this one, speed borer. It's designed to use on timber, but you've got to use that fast. You can't have that going slow because it'll grab. That's designed because it's so big to go fairly fast into your timber, only timber, that one. So this one's for tiles, glass and tiles I reckon. I've never drilled glass, sorry, but I've drilled tiles and they work really well. So that one you'd use that on drill again, but you'd go pretty slow with that because that'd be in your tiles in your bathroom or something like that. You don't need to go fast with these, and you put a little bit of weight on them and they work well. You certainly don't use that on hammer. So that's that one. And of course the other thing you can do with these is on the driver, this position, you can say use, if you've got some type of bolt head or something you want to drive in, you can put that on one. So for example, your caravan drop legs, you put it on drive, and then you can just ease them up and ease them down. You won't strip anything because you're using the torque setting, which is on the side there. The torque setting in particular, maybe some people don't realise that it's on their drill. Some drills may not even have them. This one, like I said, it's an old one and it has the extra functions here, so it's maybe the reason why it has torque on it. But anyway, hopefully you got something out of that. Thanks for watching. Take it easy and see you on the next one.